Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Actually, it's not even that secret because a lot of you know about this to the point where it's a running freaking joke of the fact that for the decade I was born in, just how many famous movies that I should have either seen as a child or even if not as a kid, just in general at this point, and yet still have not. And some just really big ones even since then, like Harry Potter, I've never seen, I've never read. Star Wars, beyond like the first 15 minutes of the first one, never seen it because I kind of rage quit when they killed Obi-Wan. Indiana Jones, I've never ever seen. There is literally tons of these that people are like, how the hell have you never seen that? Like, cards on the table. Up to like maybe 5 years ago, I had never even seen Back to the Future. That was like the one Michael J. Fox thing I had never seen, ironically. Everything else I'd seen since I was a little kid, as they came out pretty much. But oh, the most famous thing he was ever in, oh, just somehow total oversight on that? I don't know. Now it's like one of my favorite movies, but regardless, there are tons of these damn things where it's just like, I never really think much of it till somebody mentions it. I'm like, oh, I've never seen that. And everyone in the room will like give themselves whiplash, turn around, look at me, and how have you never seen that? And I'm just like, I don't know. I've just never seen that. It just worked out that way. As a little kid, there was a lot of random ass things that my parents did not allow me to watch. And yet, even more random things that they encouraged me to watch that I probably shouldn't have been watching. Case in point, the Godfather trilogy. Tiny little child probably shouldn't be watching it. Totally condone that. On the logic that, well, you have more Italian blood than anything, so it's fine. Okay. Same goes for Casino. Same goes for Scarface. Same logic. Yeah. Yeah. My sister and I have had many chats at length about this weird stigma thing they had. And yet other things like Back to the Future, Star Wars, oh, no, that's too scary for you. Yeah, I still fail to see anything in Back to the Future that would have been that scary, having seen it now. But regardless, at least with some of them, like Jurassic Park, I wasn't allowed to watch. I did finally watch that as an adult, like one of the very first things I watched when we moved into this house. It was the first time I've ever had cable in my own bedroom, because we had just an antenna at our old house. So the very first thing I did was like click through all the channels just because I could. And one of the first things on was Jurassic Park. It just started, so I was like, guess I'll watch it. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is stupid. This is not scary. There was like maybe one thing, I'm like, it scared me a little bit as a kid, but I mean, not to the point of not should have been allowed to watch. I don't know. It is a weird freaking thing that we have never been able to make sense out of which ones were okay and which ones weren't and why. So, with that in mind, there was another huge oversight, both just in, oh my god, why? As well as, but you love Rick Moranis, why? How? Okay. And that oversight is Ghostbusters. Yeah, up till the past 2 days, had never ever seen Ghostbusters in my entire life. Obviously, I knew the theme song. Everyone knows the theme song. Kinda like Star Wars, everyone knows the music from it, even if you've never seen it, you know it. But yeah, I know the Ghostbusters song, but I'd never ever seen it. I have never seen the remake, nor do I have any desire to. Generally, any of the all-girl remakes, I have zero interest in watching those. If those are your jam, more power to you. I guess I'm not feministy enough, sorry. But anyway, yeah, I'm not bothering with that remake. But the original two, I wasn't trying to snub them. I've had opportunities. I feel like I've seen tiny bits and pieces, like the Stay Puft guy, like stomping through the city of New York. I've obviously seen that image. I feel like I even played the video game as a little kid, ironically enough, despite never having seen the movie. Oh, E.T., that was another one that, up until a couple years ago, I had never seen. Although that one, alright, fair enough. It's not that it's scary, it's that this one would have emotionally devastated the crap out of me as a little kid, so I actually kind of agree with my parents' judgment on that one, that I probably would not have been able to emotionally handle that as a kid. I was barely able to emotionally handle it as an adult, so, but regardless, sorry, sidetracked. Back to Ghostbusters, though. It's just really weird that I had never seen it, because individually, all the actors in it I love. So, how has this just never been a thing? I think, especially with Rick Moranis, this may have been like the only major film he'd ever been in that I had not seen. Which I realize that's like a really oddly specific actor, and most people do not understand the appeal of him to me. I don't know. I apparently like really short, nerdy guys. I mean, see Dudley Moore. But it's just it's a thing. I can't explain it either. I don't know why I'm attracted to the types of men that I'm attracted to. Yeah, I find him adorable. The rest of you guys are probably judging me so hardcore right now, but I honest to God think he is adorable and endearing, and I just love him. So, don't mind me, my hair's a mess. So, but regardless, yeah. Nobody can figure that one out, myself included. It's just a weird thing. But Dan Aykroyd, another one where I've seen maybe not every single thing he's been, but I've seen the bulk of them. Bill Murray, same thing. And I guess the other guy's not really that noteworthy, but those three, with that particular lineup, how the fuck had I never seen this? So, given what a classic it is, how beloved this is to seemingly everyone, I figured, well, I'm gonna watch it, and it's probably gonna be my new favorite thing, because this is how these things tend to work when I finally do see them. And then it didn't. And I'm actually really let down. I'm kind of questioning all y'all's judgment on loving these movies so hard. I'm just like, what am I not seeing? Is it because I don't have the nostalgia of growing up with it? Because the first one, I watched the first one. I watched the first one 2 days ago. I watched the second one yesterday. But the first one I watched, about half of it, I just sat there really uncomfortable at all the rapey vibes in it, which, I mean, I suppose that's more on me than on the movie. I guess back in the day when it came out, that wasn't that problematic, but for today, in 2018, really not cool, and double not cool for somebody with an abuse history there. So I'm just like, can we not do that? Please? Like, please not go there? Thanks. And like, it just kept going with that vibe through most of it, and I was just like, is this necessary? Why did nobody warn me this was a freaking thing? So I mean, there was that aspect. Then there's the aspect of the graphics. I know it's an 80s movie. I know it's a cheesy 80s movie, but if everyone was so concerned I was going to be terrified of this thing, I was expecting it to at least look like something. Slimer looks like a green potato. There, I said it. He literally looks like a potato. What is scary about this? I found it hilarious because it's bad. I found it hilarious for all the wrong reasons, but I was sitting there laughing my butt off at most of this, but usually for, oh my god, this is so over the top. Does everybody just love this movie ironically because it's so bad? Like, that is the only logical explanation I can come up to on this one. Because I'm just like, I actually had to go ask my dad. I was like, alright, so I finally watched Ghostbusters. He was like, it's about goddamn time. I'm like, yeah, I know. So, question, were they actually trying to make a scary movie, or were they going for stupid and comedic? He's like, the second one. I was like, okay, I can hang with it on that. I can appreciate bad cheesy 80s comedy. Alright, fine, fair enough. Because if this had actually somehow been they were seriously trying to make a horror movie, I probably just would have tapped out and been like, nope, this is so stupid that I can't even hang with this. Just, nope. But alright, if it was supposed to be stupid, fine, I will appreciate it on that level. And I went back to it, because I think I was only about halfway through, and I paused it, and I had to go ask, because I was like, I have to know. Just, I have to know. So I went back and watched the rest. And most of it was just, like, sitting there, like, this was, like, the literal pose I was sitting in. If my video editing software were better, Kimberly took a picture of me watching it that I didn't know about till after the fact, because she posted it on her Snapchat. And I'm just sitting there like, this was my face apparently through most of it. Because I was just like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. And I figured she, of all people, would agree with me on this. She's just like, you didn't like it? You didn't like Ghostbusters? But it's adorable! And I was like, you found that adorable, you say? In what way? Explain, please. Because something is not connecting. I feel like the rest of the world's populace sees it and I don't. Please explain. I want to understand. I would love to be able to appreciate this on the same level of the rest of the world, but I am apparently not getting it. Please explain. She's like, it just is. I was like, but it's so stupid. She's like, yeah, but it's stupid adorable. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, it is completely stupid, but at the same time, it's an enjoyable kind of stupid. I mean, I can appreciate that too. But I honestly was like going into this expecting some sort of cinematic masterpiece for how much people freaking talk about this movie as if it's like the be-all end-all of 80s movies. And I'm just sitting there like, I hit the end of it, and I'm pretty sure the exact phrase, "What the fuck did I just watch?" tumbled out of my mouth before I even gave it a second thought. So I'm just like, that's it? That was Ghostbusters. That was the movie that I have heard about my entire damn life. That, oh, you need to see that so bad, you haven't seen that, you need to watch that. This is what I needed to see so freaking bad? Are you shitting me? I don't get it. Like, what? and yet, as of that point, I was like, I'm not even gonna bother with a sequel. This is too stupid even for me. If even I'm saying it's too stupid, and I watch some pretty stupid shit, if even I'm saying it's too stupid, that's pretty stupid. But, so yesterday rolls around, and I'm like, I'm giving it more thought. Maybe I will watch the sequel. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I mean, I know sequels almost always suck, and they're almost always worse than the original, so what could possibly go wrong here, right? I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. It may be my sick fascination with trying to find the worst films of all time, and on that score, this scores greatly in that category for me. This is high on my list over there. It's not the worst thing I've ever watched by a landslide, but I mean, it definitely belongs in the it's so bad it's good category, if you're asking me, but I realize you guys are gonna come at me in the comments for saying that about your precious Ghostbusters. Sorry, not sorry. But, regardless, I was like, I do love films that are so bad that they're good. I love to make fun of them. Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna watch the second one. So fine. Especially because there was no data entry stuff available yesterday to do. There hasn't been for like the past week, and my wallet is hurting for it. Regardless, side point, it does not really matter other than I had time to kill yesterday. So fine. I put on the second one. And I can tell already, they even knew it was stupid. They're making fun of themselves in it. They're being all self-deprecating as crap. They know it's stupid. How does the rest of the world not recognize this for how stupid it is? Just I feel like that one word sums up how I feel about Ghostbusters. Just stupid. But I'm gonna lose so many subscribers for that admittance. I don't even care. But you're entitled to your opinion. I am not judging you for genuinely loving it. I wish I understood what you guys see in it that apparently I'm missing. So I don't know what year Ghostbusters 2 is from, but I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. It has to be later 80s, just judging by the music in it alone. But being a child who was born in 85 and has some vague memories of the later 80s, that kind of scores it some bonus points in my book, not gonna lie. Because I'm just like, oh, my childhood. But, so, whenever there's, like, the bad late 80s music, even though I freaking hated 80s music when it was still the 80s, even as a little tiny kid, I've kind of, like, grown an ironic appreciation for it just out of nostalgia. At some point, I don't know when I gained this. I don't know, maybe around 20 years old, and kind of never went away. I don't know. I thought it was just phase, and then, I guess I kind of secretly, on some level, little bit, like it. So, alright. I could tell immediately. Had to be later 80s, just judging by the background music. I was like, well, I mean, apparently this is from years that I was alive during. So, alright, I can hang with it. Okay. And for some reason, sequels that come from the later 80s of films, I don't know why, at least in my book, a lot of times I tend to like more than their originals. I don't know why that is. Just seems to work out that way. And this was no exception. I may be the only person on the planet who actually liked Ghostbusters 2 more than Ghostbusters 1. So, not by much. I'm not saying I loved it. I'm not saying that. But at least this one, I found more enjoyable. And this one felt like they tried at least a little harder with the special effects. It was still cringe as all hell. Like, let's be real. It was still the 80s. They still had very limited effects to work with. But for the times, I mean, I can appreciate the special effects of the times. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Okay, so I can appreciate that. That said, we still had some uncomfortable overtones going throughout this film, but nowhere near as bad as the first one. So, okay. This was at a much more tolerable level where I was like, alright, I can look past it this time. I can. At least I knew because of the first one that this would probably be a thing on some level. Fine. Predatory Bill Murray is still predatory. Fine. But, but at least he didn't seem quite as over the top this time, so I could at least hang with it. But hey, Rick Moranis got laid, so hey. But, I don't know, the weird secretary, I thought she was kind of cute in a weird, annoying way. I have really bad taste in people, I'm throwing that out there, I know I do. But, anyway. So, second one, the whole plot revolves around a baby, so had some mixed feelings there. On one hand, oh, look at the cute baby. On the other hand, oh god, they're literally using this baby as a plot device. This is going to be cringe as all hell, and I was not wrong. But at the same time, being a woman of a certain age, it does kind of stir some weird maternal instinct I must have buried somewhere. I was just like, don't you dare hurt that baby. Don't you fucking hurt that baby. And just like, I feel like I was probably a lot more invested in this one because of that damn baby than I was in the first one. Just because I was like, don't you dare hurt it. Don't you friggin' hurt that thing. I want to protect that baby. Even though this is a movie and I literally can't do anything, and that baby is possibly older than me at this point in real life. So, there's that, but I don't know. It stirred some weird maternal instinct. I don't know why, but it's double weird, because I have no inclination to have children, but at the same time, I very quickly and easily get maternal instincts from other people's kids, and just want to protect them. I don't know, it's a weird ass thing. But apparently this even happens in movies now, but did not used to. Don't know when that started. But oh boy, bio clock, tick 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 tick. But that apparently is a thing. Damn it. Anyone warned me. Anywho, but yeah, so I was just like torn about that's kind of low to stoop to that as a plot point. But at the same time, now you do have an audience of people like myself who are now invested in this who otherwise probably wouldn't have been. So I mean, all right, fair enough. I see what you did there and I respect that choice. But I don't know, I found it not as cringy as the first one for some reason. Although the oh, what the hell's his name? A little foreign guy. The one that turned out to be trying to channel evil through the painting. I don't know what the hell his name is. I wasn't paying that close of attention to names. But yeah, I could have done without him, even though we couldn't have had this plot point without him, but just, I don't know, he bothered me. But I think that was kind of the point, since he's a bad guy, he's not supposed to be likable, but whole time, like, every time he showed up, I'm like, oh, fuck off, go away. But yeah, that's like, can you just get yourself out here off my screen? Thanks. But this one, unlike the first one though, even though I feel like overall as a whole, I didn't dislike it as hard as the first one, I did admittedly pause this one a lot more times, leave, and come back to it. So I don't know how that fares for it. But in general, both of these movies, collectively, as a thing, as a franchise, I'm still, even today now, looking at both of them going, I still don't get it. I still do not get the appeal here. I don't think I dislike them enough to where if I were channel surfing and nothing else were on that I would skip past, I'd probably maybe if I were really bored, watch them again, but just, I don't know, I'm really curious if this is just a nostalgia goggles thing for, it's just people who grew up with it that love it this hard, or is my guesstimation correct, and you guys secretly love it because it's so bad it's good? Let me know. I want to understand. What is the appeal of Ghostbusters? I want to understand. Especially since we're nearing October and I know damn well channels are going to be playing that damn movie to death. They do it every year. But, yeah, I would like to understand, at least try to understand the appreciation everyone else has for it that I seem to lack here. Yeah, just let me know, because I would love to know. I would love to get it if it's explained to me in a certain way. Maybe it'll all just mentally fall into place and go, oh, rewatch it and then be like, actually, maybe I do get it. It's happened before, so I mean, not discrediting that as a possibility. But at the same time, I'm not expecting miracles either. I'm just really curious, what do you guys see in this movie? I sure as shit don't see it. Oh god, anyways, that's really about all I have to say about Ghostbusters, other than I've finally seen it. Not exactly impressed, but I can say I've seen the thing. Now on to the next thing that I need to see. I don't know which one. I'm not sure which one I am willing to invest some time into now after that. It may take me a little bit to venture off into the next one of things I should have seen that I have not seen. Yeah, I don't know. People keep trying to push me towards Indiana Jones, and I'm like, I really don't want to watch Indiana Jones, but maybe there will be a day when I'm really freaking bored and I'll be in the right mood for it. People have told me over and over, oh, you'll freaking love it. Trust me. Freaking Indiana Jones was like every nerd girl's first crush, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of highly doubt that. You also said that about Han Solo, and I fail to see how he's hot. So, there's that. I liked, the little wimpy blonde guy, Anakin, is that his name? Or no, not Anakin, Luke fucking Skywalker. How did I forget that name? Because I've only seen 15 minutes of Star Wars. That's how. One of these days, I will circle back around to them. I will give it a second shot. I promise I will eventually. Just, I was so freaking upset over Obi-Wan. It was one of those things where you'd think I'd have learned by now. If I get immediately emotionally attached to a character in a film, like the second they come on screen, I'm just instinctively like, I like them. I don't know why I like them. I like them. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna die. Just, I don't know why. I don't know how my brain locks in on this and decides that's the one you're gonna like, and that's the one you're gonna be devastated over. I kind of hate my brain for that, but it happens so frigging much, and I hate that. But that one, for some reason, I got really, really attached to really fast, and it hurt seeing them kill him. I was like, nope, fuck this film, and I left. I was like, nope, screw this. I don't want this. But now that I know that that's a thing, and apparently is gonna piss me off as a thing that happens, I have been reassured. He comes back as a ghost. I still get to see him, even if he's dead. So, I mean, there's that. Eventually I'll come back to it, but it has to be on a day. Maybe I'll have to be stoned or something so I can't get mad at it. I don't know, but on a day where I just feel so chill that's like, no, even Star Wars won't piss me off today. It'll have to be a day like that, I think, to even try to venture back into that one. So, I don't know. Leave your suggestions for shit that I need to see. Some of them that you throw out there I probably have seen. I'll let you know if I have, but there's a good chance that I haven't, especially if it's from 80s or 90s. There's a good chance that I've not. Either by my own volition of, nah, I'm a little hipster who can't possibly like something because it's too popular. Harry Potter. I'm over that at this point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Or because my parents literally wouldn't let me watch it as a little kid, which was what happened with Star Wars, actually. My dad was just like, yeah, no, I know how your obsessions work, and if you watch this, next thing I know, you're gonna be dressing up like Chewbacca and going to conventions and embarrassing me. So instead, I grew up and dress up like a beetle and go to conventions and embarrass him. So it happened either way, just without Star Wars. He had the same hang-up about Star Trek. I have literally never seen an episode of Star Trek in my life. And I've been told I actually probably would like that one better, just off of people's judgments of things I like and guesstimating which one I'd like more, which team I'd fall into, because apparently with Star Wars versus Star Trek, you can only like one. I don't know why, but this is what I've been told. Apparently it's a Beatles versus Stones sort of thing, just with Star Trek and Star Wars. I don't know. But anyways, I'm babbling at this point because I have coffee and I just woke up and I am all caffeinated to the nines, so I just feel like talking to you guys. But I will wrap this up so I stop wasting your time. So anywho, let me know, what is the appeal of Ghostbusters to you? Why do you love it? Like, I'm not here to judge, I'm not here to hate. I just want to understand. So, leave that down below in the comments for me because I really would like to understand, because I'm just like, how? How is this a freaking classic? I don't get it. Or if somehow you're on the same team as me and also don't get it, let me know that I'm not the only one, because I feel like I'm the only person on Earth who watched that and just like, yeah, that. Anyways. You guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and like to be, click subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. We've already gone over that 10 times now. Make sure you follow my social media accounts. They're all listed down in the description box. Ew, I drooled a little bit. Ew. But, and if you like, God, I should edit that out, but I'm not going to because I think it's funny. Gross, but funny. Finally, if you like what I do here on this channel, and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.